Hey, Shalom, welcome to Rakam Kapashin Jim Islam, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashmi, Awashai, Bashem, Kodash. When I give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the whole for the expression of truth and all sincerity. Back again with another video. It's going to go on into this ever increasing draconian society that we're living in, right? There's some more articles that was posted, right? Showing you the mindset of these people and where they're trying to push it to, man. And really, applying it, to how they're gonna paint the men of the Lord, as time goes on. Because if they're starting to do that with, the people in general, just because they're not complying to the agenda, then what they're gonna do, against the men of the Lord, okay, when we become, public enemy, number one, right? So this is from Disclosed TV. This is Emmanuel Macron, who is France's prime minister or president or whatever. It's like, all right, it says denounced France's 5 million unviewed as non-citizens, right? So he basically just, so look, man, you're not even French. You don't even belong here. I'm not even gonna acknowledge you as a French citizen, right? Now this is just him speaking. He didn't take man's citizenship away. But this is how he's speaking. This is how he's going on, right? And this is how he's looking at uh, these people, right? That are not, complying with the orders, right? This is vows, okay. This is these men are taking a vow. It reminds me of the guy, those guys that went off the pool, and made that vow. I think what they wouldn't eat and wouldn't drink or something like that. Until they had killed Paul or something like that, right? But this guy, he's so passionate about, these people getting stuck, getting the juice, right? That he's prepared to make a vow. Like, so that means he's really targeting, he's really focused on you, really wants to get you, right? So he says, vows, I really want to piss them off, right? And so we will continue to do so, meaning that you're the focus of his attention right now, right? And he's gonna do whatever he can, right, to make your life hell. That's what he's saying, you know. So he's gonna put you in that shitty position, man. That put you in that, push you into a corner, so to speak, until you break and until you comply. And he'll accept you as a citizen. So up until until that point, nah, he's got no love, man. He's got no love for those people that are not getting the juice, and say you're targeted. All right. Now, who knows, what things will put in place, but I'll tell you this, all right? All these governments are moving in the same sort of ways, you know? And they're always saying, what they're saying on a personal level, they're, saying what they want to say, but they're all aiming, they're all targeting the population that are not complying, you know? And, we're in that bracket, all right? The men of the Lord, okay, we're in that bracket, all right? So if they're going on, like this with, average Joe Blog citizen, whatever, right? What they're gonna do, or what they prepared to do, which we know, it's all in the scriptures, so we already know. But think, what are these guys prepared to do? Okay, when it comes to getting us at, when it comes to targeting us, right? So I really want to piss them off, and so we will continue to do so to the bitter end. Bitter, yeah. These devils ain't looking to play nice. Says that's the strategy, he said. These devils are not looking to play nice, man. Okay, we've been telling you this the whole time, man. Look, he's a devil there. They're not looking to play nice, man. All right, not at all. All right, and I'm gonna get already. All right, It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and not the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth you have but a short time. Okay, so he's getting, he's at liberty right now to become, or to show his horns, all right, to be like this and to talk like this, man. Because you would never hear him, you'd never hear your prime ministers or your presidents talk like this, really. About trying to piss the people off. And that's the last thing these people are supposed to be trying to do. You get your ass voted out, right? So these men ain't trying to step on people's toes like that, But this guy, he's targeting his own citizens, to basically, put them into deep crap, unbearableness. He wants to make their life hard, right? Just so they can get the juice. That's what he wants to do, right? So that's what he's focused on right now. All right, so he's coming down with that wrath. He's coming with that ill intent. All right, because it's the time we're in. Like I said, the previous video I did was on the confiscations that these men were doing in Australia, taking man's houses and money from their bank accounts and stuff like that. So they're prepared to, they're doing that. All right. So what's on the agenda of this devil? What is he planning to do? How what's he planning to do to make your life hell, to make it hard for you? What's he planning? Could it be the same thing? Could it be a step further? And you're gonna see. We're gonna see, man. The whole world is gonna see what these devils are up to. Okay, what they're gonna do to these people. And like I said, what they're willing to do to these people, they're prepared to do more against the men of the Lord. All right. So that's what it is right now. Revelation 3 verse 11 says, and behold, another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Okay, Esau, he's getting into that role, man. Okay, he's speaking that dragon language, man, that rough and harsh language, because he's not giving two craps about people and their feelings and their opinions about things they don't agree with. They don't want to hear that. He's like the deaf adder. I'm gonna grab that. You don't want to hear your concerns, right? You don't care. All right, Psalms 58. I'll get from verse 3. It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. Okay, they're not hearing. They don't want to hear your complaints. Stop whining, right? They don't want to hear your complaints. Okay, they just want to hear, okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, whatever you say, we're gonna go along with it. That's all they want. Compliance. That's all they want. All right, and Esau is ready to, like I say, put you through hell to try and make you do that. All right, and if these people that don't, they're gonna get labeled as enemies, man. And that is the other article that I had here. Right. So it's from My London, okay, here in the UK now, right? Who is it? Someone was saying, I'm not sure who the person was, but anyway, this is the unveiled residents walking around South London compared to murderers slaughtering people with a samurai sword, right? So someone went drastic with the article, right? And now he would think that what he said is not drastic, because he legit thinks this is what the equivalent is. All right, so he feels, or they feel justified in the comments that he made, or they made, whoever made it. I don't know if it's this Lucy Williamson or whatever, but So it says here underneath, it says there is a wave of concern about London's large unveiled population. All right, so there's concern. Someone's got concerns. Okay, so Esau listens to these people about their concerns, but they don't want to listen about your concerns, because it's not in line. It's not in line with what he's concerned about. All right, it says the unveiled people in South London have today been compared to murderers. All right, So if that's how certain people are looking at us, man, and that's kind of like the narrative they want to push, that the UNV putting people lives at risk, then obviously that's an enemy to the state, you know. And like I said, we're gonna be among that group. We're gonna be deemed. I mean, we're already deemed a threat to some levels, right? We're on Esau's list, all right? People he watches, right? Deems to be a threat. So we know he sees us in that light anyway, or at least wants to portray us in that light, all right? So to be coupled in with, other group, not to say that we're coupled in these other groups as if we're participants with these other groups, because we're not. But to be labeled that, oh, you must, the way Esau's gonna patch it together is like, oh, look, these people are not, they don't believe in this either, so they're just the same as these guys, and they'll point to these people out here doing the protests and causing all kind of trouble, because they're protesting against the governments because of the whole CV situation, right? And so they'll just group us up with them, and say, look, they're violent, they're rebellious and all this kind of stuff. Okay, we know what's coming, all right, and how they look to treat us, all right. It says that the UNV people in Southland have been today been compared to murderers slaughtering people with a samurai sword, prompted by the high numbers of the UNV'd in Lambeth. An unknown author, right, writing a comment piece in London, and we like this thing, you never know these authors and these commenters, right? Unknown or named, it don't really matter. You might as well, because these have got plants everywhere, man, just stirring up shit. Okay, so you don't know, but we know Esau's trying to get a reaction out of people to cause that division, right? We know Esau's games that he plays, right, to try and force the narrative, to get the situation going. Right, so an unknown author writing a comment piece in South London Press said, next time you see someone slashing through the blue or East Street Market with a samurai sword, murdering and maiming in their path, would you do nothing but watch? Right? To me, he got dramatic with it, man. But realistically, these men be running and doing nothing. For real, they would do that. They would be, they wouldn't trying to do shit. All right. But he goes on and says, of course not. Right? It says, but too many are walking our streets blatantly endangering others with an invisible killer. So that's what he's equating it to, or that person's equating it to. All right? By using some drastic wording like that. All right? But that's how, Esau wants people to react to those that don't believe, or that don't want to, comply with the the demands of the governments and that, man. They want people to look at us like murderers. All right, that's what they want. All right, and whether it be true or not, there's those that look at us like that. This is due to the high number of cases, particularly in South London. There's a large percentage of ICU patients being UV'd. All right, this has prompted a wave of concern about London's large UV'd population. So the piece in South London Press continued, the sheer number not looking after their loved ones is staggering. So it's not what our parents and grandparents would have stood for in the Blitz. My guy. All right. So that's oh yeah, okay. Another point out of this article as well. All right. Again, it's gonna be, Jake is gonna be looked at as a particular problem. It mentions about the ethnic minority groups here, right? That are in Lambeth, because it's supposedly quite diverse, right? But it mentions here in it says young and diverse, right? Let me read from this second paragraph here. It says, the reasons behind the statistics are complex and can't be attributed to a single factor. However, A variety of reasons are likely at play, including Lambeth's dense population, a younger and more ethnically diverse population. In Lambeth, 3 in 5 people describe their ethnicity as other than white British. Right, according to the council, there is a historical trend of lower V uptake in areas of a higher proportion of ethnic minority groups who may have a higher degree of distrust or poor access to healthcare service. All right, so like I said, you Jake are gonna be looked at by certain parts of the population as a problem. All right, so we're all just gonna get grouped in together. All right, but that's pretty much the point, man. And like I said, Esau is setting up society, man, to act kind of crazy, during this whole thing. All right, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right, so Esau's creating, or further creating this division. Okay, and these attitudes towards these people, man. Because if they're looking at us like, oh, because of our actions we're putting people at risk, man, they're gonna stop caring about the other, those that don't believe in what they believe in, man. They're gonna start acting like, oh, well, they don't deserve to have rights and freedoms and all this kind of stuff and life and whatever. They ain't gonna put me at risk, put my grandma at risk. You know what I mean? And so they're gonna start acting real cold, real, what's the other word, man? Just real demonic, man. Right? Just gonna start acting real demonic against people. Right? But that's the time we're supposed to be going into, man. And this is all gonna play a part in Jacob's time of trouble. Jacob's trouble. Right? Because of the situations, man. Okay, that Esau's creating. Right? It says okay, Matthew chapter 5, verse 10. It says, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. All right, so we're gonna be made to look like enemies, man, but we ain't never done no one nothing. Right? We're not evil, we're not this, we're not nothing, right? Okay, we're merely, doing the work of the Heavenly Father and his Son. Okay, we ain't done no one no harm, no ill will, nothing like that. Right? But they're gonna come at us like that anyway. Okay, like with these murderers, like we know, like we've done something to them personally, right? It says, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely. Okay, so what we're meant to be is, we're meant to be the ones that are falsely accused of things. Okay, they're not meant to be true, right? That's why we speak about these other camps doing their fucking reckless, stupid shit. Basically making them making themselves and the rest of the Israelite groups look bad because they're doing unnecessary stuff, man. So we're meant to be those that are falsely accused, man. We're not being accused of stuff that that we've done, because we ain't out here going out there doing all this stuff that these guys would love to catch us doing, man. They find some bug out that had done something, and then they want to label it or put it up on all these camps. Which we know that's not the case. So like Elder Apostle Ramla was speaking recently in his video about staying from the appearances of all evil, man. We're not out here to implicate ourselves in nothing. All we're here to do is teach the truth, teach it correctly, properly, without all the extras, man. Okay, we're not about that, the fillers, we're not about that, man. We just give you the straight and skinny, with the scriptures. All right. It says, blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute you, right? So we're going to be persecuted, but we're going to be persecuted falsely. And this is what's going to justify us, or, the Most High is going to, we're going to be justified in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because, we've not done those things, or, that we're being accused of. All right, so it says, when let's say you men shall revile you and persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna be out here, preaching Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, okay, the downfall of this place, and the salvation is only for the elect. Okay, and obviously people are not gonna like that. And they're gonna look at us saying, "Look, we're part of that problem. Look at us, because we speak against this world, because we speak against these people. Okay, we obviously must be like the root, the root problem, But no, the problem is you. The problem is the wickedness, man. You wicked people out here, man. That's why you're getting judged. We're just the weathermen. We're just the weathermen. Okay, we're just letting you know what it's gonna be tomorrow, right? At the end, we're just letting you know what the end of this kingdom is, and what's going on right now. This is verse 12. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Right, so this is all part and parcel of this truth, man. If you come to serve the Lord, Scripture says prepare for temptation. Right, we're gonna get put through things. We're gonna get persecuted. Our Lord was persecuted, man. Okay, and he was perfect. He literally did nothing wrong. Like, we can't say that we've probably we've done things wrong in life, in our life this go around. But the Lord Himself never did anything wrong, and yet look what happened to him. Look what they did to him, man. Look what our people did. All right, so that is going to befall upon all of us. Okay, the persecution, right? The infamy, and in a way, because back then when the law was on the scene, there weren't no TVs and broadcasting, and we're going to be put out there, man, and the world is going to see us and have their opinion on us, that Esau has created, right? And so the world is going to be against us. All right, so we have to be mindful of that. But it should be nothing for that we've done, just of what they've accused us of. Okay, falsely. All right. This is Luke chapter 6 verse 22. It says, blessed are ye when men shall hate you. Okay, this is the same thing but in Luke. And when they shall separate you from that company, okay, and shall reproach you, right? So they're gonna put distance between themselves and us, right? Treat us different, because there might be some people in the world you kind of like, you kind of deal with, you talk with, and that kind of stuff. But it's gonna come a point in time where, it ain't gonna be that. It ain't gonna be like that. Okay, they're gonna separate themselves from you because of what you believe in, because of what we believe in, and because of the narrative or the image that Esau is pushing out there. They're gonna have their opinion on us and look at us in that light that Esau's put us in, which is going to be a negative light, So they're gonna want to separate themselves from us, man, and start cursing us out. I mean, you already got scoffers that are doing that, but they don't know shit anyway, right? They don't consider what they do is evil, so these people are gonna get destroyed, for all of that. But they're gonna do it anyway because they're meant to. That's their lot. All right. It says, they shall separate you from their company and shall reproach you and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. So rejoice ye in that day and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. All right. Now I'm just going to read this one and finish up on here. Right. This is from 1 Peter chapter 3. Verse 16 says, having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you as of evildoers, that they may be ashamed that falsely accuse your good conversation. Okay, and what is this good conversation? The good conversation is what's in these scriptures, man. If it ain't in these scriptures, man, it's profane. It's not good conversation. So you can't accuse us of saying anything that's not here in the scriptures. This is the word of the Lord, the good word of the Lord. Okay, this is the gospel, the good news. Right? So you can't accuse us of saying anything that isn't here in the scriptures. You might want to, ignore or deny the scriptures and the breakdowns, the understanding, all that kind of stuff. But what we read is here. Okay, we don't read nothing or say nothing out of our own minds. We ain't out here to give our thoughts and opinions and our feelings, man. We're not here for that. All that's irrelevant. Okay, all we're here to do is preach the word of the Lord. Okay, and we're telling you everything. We're not holding nothing back. We're telling you everything, man. Okay, but guess what? The truth hurts, man. The truth cuts. And these people are hurt. They're hurt like hell, man. Because they don't want to acknowledge their ways. They don't want to acknowledge their own wickedness. Okay, and the wickedness of this world. They don't want to acknowledge none of that. Okay, but the time is coming where this place is coming to an end, and everything that we've been covering, brothers have been covering, they're all signs of the end. Okay, they're all signs of the end. Okay, and that is evidently what is happening, the end of this kingdom, the end of Esau's reign. All right, so Esau can come at us, man. Good, we want it to happen, man. Hurry up, because the quicker you move, the quicker your end, man. Because the Lord going to protect us anyway. Okay, you're the one that's going to fail. Right, so you can do all this, bullshit talking that you're doing, but at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to, get the brunt of it all. All right. So I just wanted to cover those two articles really. So, and that's yeah. So I hope it was edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video, man. So till then, I'll say shalom.